Hi, I'm Arzoo. I'm an HR professional and I have an experience of 2.5 years. I decided to pursue my master's from the UK. Hence, I had to appear for the IELTS exam because most of the universities there have an English language requirement. While my university and the universities which I was aiming for had a requirement of 6.5 in each section and 7.0 overall, I wanted to ensure that I score at least 7 in writing and higher up in other sections to be on the safer side of admissions and ensure that my score overall is 8.0. So I fortunately I had learned from my sister's experience that most of the people get stuck at a 6.5 score in writing because while other sections like speaking, listening and reading come more naturally to most people because we most of us have completed our education in English medium and have studied at English medium schools. But what happens in writing is that because we mostly text these days, we tend to avoid a lot of grammatical mistakes that we make, and that becomes the way we write. So that's why I decided that I will take lessons for at least for writing to ensure that I get a score of 7. And I contacted Shrishti, and from the day we started our lessons, she has a very, very planned way of teaching. I noticed that right away because what she does is that she introduces you to the second part of the writing, which are essays, because they've actually marked higher, you get a higher score if you do well in essays, and she introduces you to all the types of the essays, and she has a particular format which she'll help you master in her lessons, wherein you really need to just memorize that format and master it, and you will write your essays very easily. It will require much less time to think and conceive. You'll just think in that manner because what happens is if you take way too much time to write, you'll not be able to finish your essay or your entire exam, that is because it's a very limited time. And what she helped me particularly was that what mistakes I was making is that I was not using really precise language. So she helped me correct that. She also helped me with certain other grammatical mistakes that I was making because she corrects all your essays which you submit, and that is the best exercise which somebody can do. Is that you practice all the types of essays with her in the first few lessons, and then in the next set of lessons you submit your practice essays to her, and she corrects each of the sentence if there's an issue, so you understand where you're going wrong. She also points out which lessons you need to go through again if you're making certain mistakes in your essays. For me, example, I was making mistakes with conjunctions and articles. So she again pointed that out in my essays that I need to go through it, and I did. So later on, in my practice essays, I could achieve a score of 7, and I achieved a score of 7 in my final IELTS test as well. That was my first attempt, and I'm glad that because I took this lessons from her, I could get there, and I didn't have to give a second attempt. And luckily now I am selected for the course which I wanted to in my dream university. So I'm very, very thankful to her that she invested a lot of time, and I especially I contacted her on a short term notice because I didn't have a lot of time. I had to appear for the exam really quickly. Yeah. So, but she really helped me. She made a timetable, a schedule wherein both of us could work really fast, and I still grasped all the lessons really well, and I practiced really well. Also, she helped a lot with the part 1, which is I was appearing for an academic IELTS. So the part 1 is graphs, and table. So she made sure that I understand that part well. And again, she has a format for that as well. So yes, it really helped me to complete my essays and complete the writing part really fast and check it again, that to ensure that I have not made any mistakes. So it was really helpful, and I'm very glad that I decided to learn from her. Thank you.